dietitian, John, chef, extraordinaire, cook. I think of you as a chef. And has anybody seen that movie Nona's? It's on Netflix.
Oh,
Yes.
I just watched it last night. What a sweet little movie.
It
that
is a sweet little movie.
where the grandmas come and cook in the kitchen. It's all this Italian food. It was a very cute movie. But they call them chef. They're grandmas. So we're talking about travel food today. And we're talking about foods that you might take with you when you travel. Food that whether you're traveling on plane or train or automobile or you're camping or you're going on a cruise, whatever you're doing, we need to have food. And so I like to bring my own. And I said to John, what do you bring on a trip? He said,
Cookies, Ross?
that's his favorite to bring.
What was that? What is
Onigi razu. It's like, I call it for short sushi sandwich. He's made them for us before, and it's a recipe I've made several times. So I feel like it has a lot of moving parts, but it's worth the effort. I'm gonna do a pocket sandwich that I like. That's called round the clock. You take one of these big tortillas, and then we're gonna put stuff on it, fold it up, and cook it. I also like to take just peanut butter and jelly. And so Sarah made for us peanut butter and jelly sushi, which will show you how she did. And what do you usually take when you travel? Do you take food?
Nuts.
Nuts, that's a good one.
Nuts.
You need cash.
Nuts, fruit, yeah.
Fruit,
Fruit.
okay.
Tuna fish.
Tuna fish, see, that's a good one, okay. What are your
raisins?
raisins? Good, all right. I'll sometimes make a little trail mix of little cereal and some raisins and some nuts, a little combination of all that. Okay.
And mommy shell.
And mommy in the shell, that's such a great idea. And you know what? I've been into the pistachios in the shell now. They really slow you down. You can't just shove them all in your mouth. I really,
The airplane attendant really loves you.
I'm sure they, yeah. Let's see. I recently was on a train trip. I mean, it was just California. But they take a very, very long time. And they did have some food. They had some somewhat healthy food, but we were really happy that we brought our own. But it was actually really sad because our train actually hit somebody.
Oh.
We actually killed somebody.
Oh.
It was very horrible. But we had to be on the train for like another 4 hours where they wouldn't let us move. And we were glad we brought our own snacks.
I bet.
Aside from the poor fellow.
And do you feel guilty?
We were just 1 mile outside of Fullerton. We were going down to San Diego. And 1 mile out of Fullerton, there was somebody eating pizza on the tracks.
Oh, smart. Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think it was kind of a homeless.
No, when there's.
But I trained the train. The train actually, aside from that, the train was a really great trip, and I was really happy I had all the snacks, and you have plenty of room for it all. On the plane, I always bring them in the car. Love it because you got a cooler. If you're going somewhere, maybe you're staying somewhere where they have a fridge and stove and that kind of thing. You can find out all those things in advance. One of my friends, or actually a previous patient, told me when she goes on trips, like she's going to Hawaii, she puts an order in at Walmart and drives right through Walmart and picks it up so she doesn't have to waste her time going to the grocery store while she's there. I thought that was kind of ingenious.
That is.
Okay, so are we doing sandwichy things today? So John, you want to tell us about onigi razu?
Yes. This is a sandwich that is invented by a cartoon or a Japanese manga. The cartoon is called Cooking Papa, which resonates. The premise is that the superhero, the Papa, who looks like Mr. Incredible with black hair, is a desk jockey who that's the only thing. But at lunch, he has these glorious bento box, and his colleagues ask, where's that from? And, my wife makes it. Secret is he makes. His wife is good for a ton of other things, but cooking is not her thing. So he is the cook, but it's an embarrassment of sorts. That's the premise. And in the show, it's also an anime, you'll get 2 dishes. I had to look that up to see if I could see which issue or which show it's in. There's 1,600 of these out so far, so it's not gonna happen. So.
Hello?
So, getting back, this is something that in that particular episode, he is stuck for time. And so he grabs a piece of nori, puts on some rice, grabs some stuff out of the refrigerator, throws it on top, little more rice, folds it up, wraps it in plastic, and we're done. He's got 2 kids that need this for school. He needs a little something for the road. So what you're gonna see is a formal recipe with all kinds of how do I do this and measure this? Remember, it's a sandwich. It's a sandwich. You can put anything in a sandwich. This is just a rice sandwich, so you can take leftover broccoli, leftover cauliflower, some Chinese cooked beans. So just think of the glories you can put into it. So I'm just going to show you what the recipe is, because there's some colors here and some different textures. So first,
Oh, thank you.
First, we're going to just supply the rice. Now the rice.
Just regular rice.
This is sushi rice, and it's been flavored. And there's a part of me that wants to make this perfectly rectangular, and I'm fighting.
So sushi rice is short grain white rice, and you cook it and it's like sticky rice. It's 10 minutes in the Instant Pot, 12 minutes in the Instant Pot. But then you add a little wine vinegar and rice,
Vinegar and a little sweet
and yeah, a little sugar or something. And
while it's hot.
while it's hot, and you do it in a glass bowl with a wooden spoon.
That's
Because
tradition.
the vinegar reacts.
Oh,
Metal.
Well, it's the same as steel. So
Yeah.
first layer, the rice, the bottom part of the sandwich. So now we can add. This is pickled cabbage. The recipe is quick pickle. It took me, I did a whole head of cabbage with the mandolin. That took 5 minutes. We have one of these, we don't have it up, one of these induction burners, and made the vinegar, hot vinegar with, I threw a clove of garlic and the salt in, got that to a boil with maple syrup, so about sweet and sour and savory. Poured it on top. 1 small garlic, filled this, or 1 small cabbage, filled this. And this.
Okay.
So you can be part of it. We'll throw some on. That is strategically rectangular. I did sweet potato. Had a purple on the bin, so I used that. So I've got a couple of purples and a regular.
And John, that's been cooked?
Yes. Yes, there's a marinade that you make, it's like a recipe, and then you cook it 10 minutes for 10 minutes. You're done. Yes,
Do that, and with the vinegar.
with the vinegar. It can be as short as an hour, but they recommend overnight, 6 to 8 hours. And the longer it's in, the more pucker you get. It's got the nice thing about it is that it has a crunch. And some people will put in a fish cracker type thing in here for a crunch. Or they'll do there's a thing on the recipe for what they call a katsu, which is the tofu slab with sesame seeds on it that is then roasted, it'll give a crunch. I figured I don't want to do a lot of cooking, but I'm getting ready to travel. The fewer moving parts, the better. So we're gonna throw on some avocado. And lastly, some spinach. And then there will not be a sandwich without a top. The person who wrote the recipe said you can get a piece of aluminum foil, put a little oil on it, mash the rice in place, and then put it over and put it off. Okay. You don't have to make it perfect. It's a sandwich. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the opposite ends together. Like this. And like this. And closing it. We set this up on plastic wrap. So what we're gonna do is hold it in the plastic wrap. This is going to sit. The moisture is going to get into the seaweed, make it so that it laminates to itself. And when we're done doing these, we'll slice this and you'll see the colors that remain. The temptation, I should say, in doing this, you want to plastic. And some of the people, when you look online, you're going to see people just loading it up, and they'll make a mold, and they'll get a second piece of nori because they have overguessed. It's a sandwich.
What size is that nori?
This is your basic. I don't know what it says.
They always seem to come in that size,
Yeah.
but not the snack one.
Yeah, it's just the generic toasted sushi nori.
I'm surprised that the nori doesn't crack when you do that.
There is, you hear the crackling, but it doesn't. Unless you take your time and work it hard, it's not crumbling. So that's basically it. I think we're gonna fluff this a little bit so people, but I should tell you, you're gonna be making this. Oh,
No.
we're not gonna make this for you. You're gonna be making this, so I hope you took notes.
That would be on the fine.
So anyway, I will chop the avocado when ready, so they won't be discolored. We have a limited store on sweet potatoes, but I think it'll be enough. And I've got 20 nori, so I think we'll be covered, and if there's one left over, we'll make an Elvis sushi.
I think you should make Elvis sushi anyway. Yeah,
Because we could split those. They
right.
share
We
them.
could share that. You're right.
We can.
Okay. All right. So mine are round the clock sandwiches. These will make a little pocket sandwich. Now, it's good for travel too, because you could wrap it up and pull it out of plastic, just like that one. Whatever works for you. I started out with a big tortilla. You could do a smaller tortilla, but then you don't get to put as much stuff on it. So I do like the bigger tortilla. These are the little spinach, and I got little tomato wrap ones. Remember, they don't count as like having spinach because there's like this much spinach in it. And last time I did this, I found some ones that were this size that they added a lot of fiber, and they were whole grain. I really liked those, but I went to Walmart yesterday and this was all I could find that was this size. So this is what I do now. So I take my big round one and I'm going to cut it just a quarter of the way down. And so then I'm going to treat it like a clock. So this first area is my 0 to 15 minutes on my clock, and I'm going to put hummus on it. Now you could buy hummus. I happen to make this, and John makes a really good hummus, and I was going to make that, but I didn't have all the stuff for it. So this one is one that I like because it doesn't call for tahini. Tahini is ground up sesame seed paste, which I like. And it's actually going to be in my sauce here, but it can be kind of pricey. And I can't tell you how long it took me to find it yesterday at Walmart, because I kept saying, where's the tahini? And they kept thinking I was saying that tahini stuff, that like chili powder. So they kept sending me to that. But they couldn't have been more helpful though. They were very nice, but we were just having trouble talking about it. So what this calls for is just sesame seeds, which are super cheap. And you just threw them in the recipe with the can of garbanzo beans and a few seasonings and some garlic, and that's all there is to it. And lemon juice. It has a bit of a lemon bite to it. So then I did that on just quarter of my clock. The other quarter of my clock, I'm going to put some greens. Now these are the greens I've been getting lately. If you are a Costco shopper, you get the big bag of super greens. Has anybody gotten those? I like those. I feel like they're a mixture of kale and spinach and chard, I think. And they're good. And it's cheap and it's a big bag, but I feel like they're kind of wet. So they don't, in the bag, they don't last as long. So I have a little cloth towel thing that I stick in them to soak up the moisture so they last longer. Because I can't always go through it fast enough. So you just put that on a quarter. So that's my 15 minutes to 30 minutes. And then on my 30 to 45 minutes, I put some veggies. So they had some tomatoes. So I put some of those there. And then also I just did what I throw into absolutely everything is a bag of broccoli slaw. Also got it at Walmart yesterday. It was on sale. So I just throw that in here. And then my last quarter, so you can put a little more hummus. And then I'm going to put some cucumbers. And I'll tell you, the first time I did this, I thought cucumbers are kind of weird because I'm going to heat them up. I should use zucchini. So then I tried zucchini, but really the cucumbers were better. The cucumbers had a little more of a fresh crunch. And so I just layer a few of those there. And then it likes to add a sauce, whatever sauce you want. This recipe, by the way, it comes from a book called The Plant-Based Woman Warrior. It's by the Esselstyn gals, Jane and Anne. They are Dr. Esselstyn's wife and daughter. And I love their cookbook, actually. I make a lot of things from it. So in this one, what they called for was their lemon tahini sauce. And all this was, I just blended it up when I got here, is just the juice of a lemon, some tahini, some rice vinegar, and a little maple syrup. And when I first blended it up, it said, do it until it's like thick. And in the food processor, it didn't look thick at all. But actually it is. It's got a little bit of a texture to it. So then you sprinkle a little of this on, and I actually really could drink that. And now I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to fold my 0 to 15 minutes over my down to 30 minutes, and then over to 45 minutes, and then over to an hour. And so now I've got a nice little pocket sandwich. Now you don't even have to cook this, but since you could eat it just like this, you could wrap it up and it would be totally fine. But it's really special, I think, when you cook it. So we have this nice little panini press, which I do not have at home. So when I do it at home, I just do it in my cast iron skillet and then flip it over. And so then I'm just going to cook it, maybe 5 minutes. And that's all there is to it. Now, what else do you think we could put on there? Well, that would be an option. Yes,
Onion.
we could put onion,
Carrot,
carrot.
grated carrot.
You could put anything, you can have the leftover, just like John said for his Onigiri rocket. You could do the leftover veggies you have, you could do a peanut butter jelly banana sort of thing in it. You could make it Mexican flavor, you could do refried beans.
Yeah, beans.
You know, there's a lot of different things you could do to it, but when it's done, it is gonna, sorry, I'll just show you my one cooked one. It looks like this. So it's actually perfect travel food. Now we're gonna cut ours into thirds so there'll be enough for everybody. So that makes it a little messier. But if you're eating this on your airplane or on your train ride, it will be totally fine if you were just eating it by yourself.
If you made these like the day before, do you think they'd be good? Like,
I think they'll be fine the day before.
okay.
Actually, that's probably a good idea because
Well, I know
you
like.
don't want to go to all this effort.
Yes, yes. Yeah, especially like when you're racing to get
I
ready.
know, you're telling me you're ready and oh my gosh, now I have to put together those stupid sandwiches.
How much sodium is
It's, everything is no salt until except for this wrap. And it's a big wrap. So remember, this is like the size of 2 at least tortillas. So it's got 500 milligrams of sodium in this tortilla. Now, some tortillas you could use a smaller tortilla, so that would be less. I've not found many tortillas that didn't have some sodium in it though.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's only because it's so big. It's just like a bagel has a lot of sodium too, and a lot of carbs, but it's only because it's the equivalent to 4 pieces of bread. So this is just big. So that's what.
that bad for you? 500.
That would be perfect for me for a meal. So I try to get 1,500 milligrams a day, so 500 a meal is okay. And all my other things don't have any salt added.
You trying to get more?
Trying to get less. I'm trying to get less.
Okay, 15.
So that's all there is to that. Now, Sarah, would you come up and show how you did your peanut butter and jelly? Because these are a little fancy and take time, and you can make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in like 5 minutes. Well, 30 seconds. But then I saw this recipe that seemed very fun. That was sushi rolls with the peanut butter and jelly. Here, maybe you should come over here so they can see you in the camera.
Okay. Let me see if that, well, these are the sushi rolls.
And this is Sarah, and she made these for you.
Cookies. They literally look like little sushi rolls.
Sarah, and then you come over here, we'll trade.
Let's see if I can, oh, perfect. Same wavelength. Hello, folks. I am Sarah. I'm bringing you sushi rolls.
Yay!
Are you a nutritionist?
Yes, aspiring RD.
Oh, good.
So I am on the path of doing my master's at Sac State right now.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. First, we're gonna start off with a piece of bread. Oh.
Oh, that happens to be Dave's killer bread.
I was wondering if it was Dave's. I love Dave.
Chose a whole wheat, excuse me, because it's fiber. Everyone could use a little more fiber in their life. We're gonna take off the sides because we are going to roll, and it's harder to roll with the extra bran that all these sides offer. So we're gonna cut it off. A little square. And then I'm gonna take next little rolling pin, and we are going to, probably what you expected, roll the bread.
Every little kid's thing,
Yeah,
not making a little ball of bread.
I remember that. Yeah.
Me too.
Good for your grandkids.
This would be really fun. I can attest, I, as a kid, would love to do this. So once you have a relatively flattened, see how much that flattened it out? Flat and very flat bread. And we're gonna take some jam and peanut butter. This is the all natural Trader Joe's one. And going to take, per se, like I say roughly a little less than 2. Maybe more like a 2. We're gonna spread it. Key to this, and I know you're probably thinking as I spread this out, put more on. But I tell you that once it's on, this is perfect because we are rolling. And I have to tell you through the rolls that I have had, won't roll very well if you load too much on. So roll it pretty thinly. You're gonna take that natural peanut butter, about a tablespoon.
Why don't we use natural peanut butter instead of like Jif? Or why do we suggest that? We might still use Jif at home.
It has sugar and chemical sugar.
They add sugar and they often add
Saturated
palm
fat.
oil, yeah, more saturated fats.
But it's
Almond
still
butter
too
would be even better.
Almond butter is good too, if you like almond butter.
Less saturated.
Still process.
They still add stuff to the Jif natural. And the Rayleighs came out with a natural too, and theirs still has like palm oil or something.
The ingredients do not lie.
No,
Can you recommend a brand?
I guess Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
Honestly,
And Amy's, not Amy,
I know what you mean though.
Lily.
there's Adams.
There's a raccoon one.
There's a raccoon one.
There's a raccoon.
Elliot
one you made.
has one that you just push the button and grind and.
Oh, there is that.
Elliot. There's one on El Camino, a little bit. Well, that's the machine grown too.
I do that at Winco. That is the cheapest way to go.
Really?
You press the button, they grind up your
Yeah,
whole peanuts, and it costs like $2 for a big thing.
not mine.
No,
And that's all that you have in it, just
We
ground
get,
beans?
we get the, what size?
Uh-huh.
We'll do that once a week.
oh, you are peanut butter lovers.
Well, my daughter has it for lunch and we use peanut butter as condiment for getting a little savory.
I'm gonna have to try
And I
that
like
too.
peanut butter before night, before sleep. Peanuts are a.
I know my cardiologist recommended a spoon of peanut butter at night. I haven't done it, but
Peanut butter on whole wheat bread, no jam.
no, Jim.
No jam.
No moisture amendments. So you have to chew slowly. Savor the peanuts, release the bread. Just be in it, and pretty soon it's gone, and you think another would be better. But you stop, because one is the medication.
Okay.
But it is one of the, I think, I got it, started doing this in May, and there was a story in the New York Times, in the wellness thing about.
Yeah.
I can't get to sleep, and one of the things they said was, peanut butter. Ooh, well, who's gonna fight that?
Right.
No peanut butter lovers kind of like that.
Well,
That's basic. And so at Winco, you can just go buy the peanuts.
And the almond butter, they'll do almond butter too, and it's a lot cheaper than buying almond butter. You know, that's like $10 for a jar of almond.
It is, it's very expensive.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Yeah, it's really good.
we're now actually having.
Okay, all right, very
Okay.
nice. I know, sorry, we kind of.
It's
sidetracked.
okay. We love peanut butter. So you're gonna take it. If you've ever rolled sushi, it's the same concept. I'm going to try to tightly roll it. Then you can see why we didn't add it because it's
Right.
starting to bubble over. But that's okay, because it'll bind it all together. And then you're going to about like what is this, an inch? You have your roll.
Now, you could also just eat a peanut butter sandwich, but this just seems very fun.
It's good
Get
for
it,
kids.
get it, toothpick.
Oh, that'd be great on
Yeah.
airplanes.
Yeah.
It's easier to eat on.
It's like making a PB&J, but They're funny 'cause it's- There you go.
Okay,
Rules.
thank you very much. Okay,
All right, I do the surgery here.
I think so. I think so, and then we better start making it.
Yeah,
I almost have enough for everybody.
okay, so. If you're, I'm cutting a sandwich, there are two theories. One is on the flat, one is on the diagonal. Countries have gone to war on this. In our house, it's diagonal.
Oh, man.
I think when you cut it on the diagonal, it seems like you're going out.
It does. It is fancy. Oh, yeah.
Now, when you're going through TSA and they look at your baggage. And they say, well, what is it? Strange stuff. You have the insides visible, so they know you're not smuggling drugs, you're smuggling pickles and avocado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then it's in the carrying thing, so your mess is contained. And you've got your colors. And then they said, you can put anything. It's just. So,
It's still pretty. And you know, oh shoot. John did it with the sweet potato, but in the recipe that Linda sent to you, it's also includes the tofu that you can prepare when you do that.
so that's.
But Mick, you're on your phone for it today.
Oh, dear.
Well, I mean, this is, I'm not gonna eat this. I had a breakfast. But I think we're more or less ready before you start. You need plastic. And you need. About a foot. Because it's gotta hold on.
You gotta let it sit.
Once you made it, yeah, because you have to let the seaweed laminate a little bit for the moisture.
20 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, just enough. So the edges here. So you remember. This lines up.
So when you graduate, what are you gonna be doing?
Well, then I'm gonna do my dietetic internship. So, and then I'm
So,
going to
It's gonna be
Then what?
the
the
diamond
exam or
and
the
the
exam.
square.
Oh, okay. good. Oh, excellent. How far along are you?
Maybe I can send people as they come by. There you go.
The first,
So
first semester.
I think we are
I
ready.
think we're ready. What do you think we should do with these leftover crusts?
Eat 'em.
Well, I was nibbling on them almost faster than she could cut them off. But I was gonna make croutons out of
There
it.
you go.
Oh, good idea.
Just chop them up and then put them in.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so John's got you set up. You can, so our peanut butter sushi's ready.
Okay.
We've got quite a few of our little sandwiches ready, our hand sandwiches. I'm making more as you're making yours. So how many people can we have up here at a time?
You.
Oh, and there's a Spanish salad that's coming behind us
Oh, my God.
that has cheese in it.
cheese in it.
So you know it's probably working.
Okay. Vegan cheese? I can.
This was something that was served at a get together
So
for people less health conscious than you are.
it is not vegan.
It is not. It's not.
Oh, so you were lining them up as potential clients down the road?
That's not-
Always thinking ahead. Job security.
So you're
Oh, shout it out.
Get an announcement. A lot of you can't drink coffee anymore. Well, I found a coffee that is no caffeine and no acid. And I brought samples today if anybody wants. It comes in flavors. There's French roast and I brought vanilla nut and chocolate, dark chocolate.
The real hot for
I know.
The shiny side for the nori down or up?
You get those at Wing.
And I've got
The side is down.
And yes, you can get that nori at Winco. That's right. you can get it.
Okay. Okay.
You get what we go?
And, oh, and
By
you
the
know,
way,
the sushi right.
The two of you are twinning. I don't know if you know that.
Oh,
The color of your hair,
that's why.
the color of your shirt.
You can get it. in the-
We are twins.
Did you
We are.
get the memo?
You guys paid for all of it.
Yeah.
What color are you wearing today?
Very nice of you.
You love our food.
I decided I'm sitting in the front row so I can see in here.
That's right.
Fire light on, it's here when I'm up here.
Okay, so who's gonna come get started?
Okay, we're all done?
Yeah.
I don't think it says that.
No, this is actually a. It's a pad. That is quite faster.